Hello, everybody. Good morning, fellow poolsiders. This is Maximus with yet another Clearpool update, and this time I see that it was posted about 6 hours ago. States that we can follow and subscribe to Clearpool on Medium. By subscribing, we're going to ensure we don't miss any updates and receive an email notification for every new post. So if you're not familiar with Medium, it's a super easy site to use. After you get registered, you can actually go there and everything's just laid out very simple, very to the point, and even the registration is just, I was able to do it within like 30 seconds. I selected my Gmail account and I put in my username, for instance, Maximus Crypto, and boom, it was done. I didn't even need to get an email verification in regards to that. So on top of that, I did see on their official Twitter space, it also states that they are launching, they as in Clearpool, a monthly review series summarizing what we've been working on. And it says February was an incredibly busy month for the Clearpool team, as they've been working hard every day to prepare for their upcoming mainnet launch. And of course, when you click here, it takes you right to that, and boom, right there, and it's just really laid out really well. And I think I'm going to start using this more often myself. And it's just, for instance, shows their partnership announcement with Credo. And you scroll down more, it's like, the mainnet update. Mention a little bit about the audit. Of course, the legal compliance and regulatory. Some people were also asking about the farming, instead of just the staking. I actually will cover this just for a second. So, of course, go through there yourself, do your own research, if you want to read about all the other things about like the native staking and so on. But in regards to some of you guys have been asking me about the farming, I will address this real quick. And it says, as a liquidity provider on Clearpool, you will hold CP tokens, which can be staked in order to earn additional CPOOL rewards. These rewards boost the total APR that you receive for lending, as they are in addition to the pool interest rate, which is paid in USDC. The multiplier level is achieved through staking, and locking CPOOL tokens will reflect the total amount of CPOOL rewards that can be earned through farming, staking CPOOL tokens. Now, in regards to the buybacks and burning, it states, where do the CPOOL rewards come from? In the beginning and for a significant period of time, CPOOL earned through staking and farming will come from the rewards pool in the Clearpool treasury. The rewards pool, all else equal, would of course deplete over time. However, they want you to go ahead and stake and farm rewards to last forever, right? In one of their next product announcements, you will be able to learn about Clearpool Reserves, which is essentially protocol revenue. Now that sounds super cool because, at the end of the day, a lot of us that are involved in staking, want to take advantage of the passive income, the high yield rewards, and so on. We believe in the vision of Clearpool. We see it, where you can potentially, end up getting to. So this is really cool to see the mention of this, and of course a little more details on the protocol revenue. So then it goes on to mention, it says this is generated through a spread taken from the pool interest payments, because reserves will be used for two things: protocol development and maintenance, and CPOOL buybacks. The CPOOL that is acquired through this buyback model will be split and used in two ways. Number one, to sustain the rewards, which are sent to the rewards pool, and number two, burn, which are sent to a burn address and never seen again. Especially if you're, in some of these other projects where they have, token burns and so on. You should be pretty familiar with that. If not, by all means, read up a little bit more on how burns work. The burn mechanism, I should say, works when it comes to the tokenomics of a project, or it does all sorts of things like increases the supply or the demand, I should say, by creating scarcity and so on. I won't go into too much full detail in regards to that, but you could definitely look into that a little bit more further for yourself if you are not aware what burning is all about. And then it also states, yes, CPOOL will have a deflationary supply and CPOOL rewards will be sustainable perpetually. Of course, you want to learn more about that. Like I mentioned, you click right here. And then just one last thing, it says, CPOOL in the community, despite being heads down in the building mode, we endeavor to be transparent to our community and collaborate with other ecosystems. And then so this other stuff, like for instance, the podcast, I do remember that with the hash key group. It's just, they got so much cool stuff on there. They talk about when they did the AMAs, like the last one that was with Crypto Ape on their Discord. I remember him, Cryptonauts. If you haven't seen this video, by all means, he very excellent video. And on top of that, he is a big influencer. He's got over 40,000 subs. Awesome to see people like this cover Clearpool, because we need, obviously, big influencers to cover it, because it's a win-win. And then on top of that, I was aware of this actually, for you Spanish-speaking people. Crypto Passion did a really good video in regards to the Clearpool project, and then hey, that's super cool. Thank you, Clearpool team, once again. So they did a shout out to me, of course, for my coverage on Clearpool. It says that my first ever video was about the Clearpool. Respect. Well, I respect you guys. Thanks for giving me the recognition. I really appreciate that. And then some of the videos I did. But anyway, that's just a brief, I guess say, analysis of Medium for Clearpool. Check out Medium if you haven't done so already. You can still look at all this on there if you want, if you don't want to register or subscribe. I chose to follow them on there, and why not? If you're a fellow poolsider, you should be following this stuff. So that's just my opinion. Alright, so we're going to take a quick look at the overall crypto market. It does state that the global crypto market cap is 1.95 trillion. Glad to see it get up to close to 2 trillion, like it has been. It says a 1.63 increase over the last day. And the two big players, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin currently approaching about 44,000. I did actually see it hit 44,000 a few hours ago. On that 7-day chart, they're up about 13%. Ethereum did hit over 3,000 a few hours ago. Of course, it dipped it down a little bit. A little bit. Man, I'm having a hard time this morning, so apologize for that. And then, of course, we see on the Clearpool listing, there was a slight dip. I remember my friend actually got some for 31 cents, and he was the last person who was able to stake on the KuCoin CPOOL promotion on the pool that they have listed there. I think it was like 26 million CPOOL or something like that for the the 100% APY, and he was able to just get that slipped in and so on, which was super cool that he decided to join the project. Again, not financial advice or anything like that, but it's nice to see those things. But my point was, he got in at 31 cents, and I think I was like at 62, 63, so that was a huge difference. He basically got 2-to-1 on his Clearpool compared to me. And of course, since there's been a dip, right, volume is going to be up. People take advantage of those dips as buying opportunities, and that's reflective right here, as you can see on the volume in regards to that. In the past, I want to note that I would always put a lot of focus on the holder count and so on. I did find out that CMC doesn't necessarily represent the full holder count in regards to Clearpool, because there's a lot of people who do what? Stake and so on, and there's a lot of other exchanges in which it's not going to reflect an accurate number that we see here on the amount of holders on CMC. So in the future, or today I should say, and in the future, I won't put so much emphasis on that, because it doesn't do the project justice, because it doesn't accurately show that, if you will. So yeah, just a quick update in regards to Clearpool and what's going on with them. And check out, by all means, the Medium, and then of course where they have like the review of the month and so on. Super cool to see these type of things in regards to the Clearpool project. All right, everybody. Hope you got value out out of today's video. If you could, please hit that like. If you're not currently subscribed, by all means, subscribe, comment to the channel. And with that said, may you all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.